Welcome back to the channel. Today, we bring you a powerful and deeply important update that affects not only South Africa's political and legal landscape, but also the identity and future of hundreds, if not thousands, of Afrikaners who have relocated or are planning to relocate to the United States. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and stay locked in as we unpack the groundbreaking court ruling that affirms a vital truth. Afrikaners who relocate to the United States will never lose their South African citizenship. That's right. According to a definitive ruling by South Africa's highest court, these individuals remain, and will always remain, South African. Now, let's dive into this historic moment that has sent ripples across international legal and diplomatic arenas. In a landmark ruling handed down on May 6, 2025, the Constitutional Court of South Africa upheld a previous decision by the Supreme Court of Appeal, which declared Section 6(1)(a) of the Citizenship Act of 1995 unconstitutional. This outdated provision had stripped South African citizenship from individuals who voluntarily acquired foreign citizenship, often without their knowledge or consent, unless they had secured prior permission from the Minister of Home Affairs. That unjust law is now history. This ruling directly affects Afrikaners who have sought or obtained refugee status in the United States. Many were led to believe that by accepting new citizenship or refugee protection abroad, they would have to forfeit their South African nationality. No more. The court ruled that these citizens are deemed never to have lost their South African citizenship, restoring not just their legal status but a deep part of their personal identity and heritage. To understand the significance of this ruling, we must examine the broader context. In recent weeks, 49 white Afrikaners departed from OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg under a highly publicized and controversial relocation process to the United States. While initial reports suggested thousands were involved, the actual number was under 50. These individuals were granted expedited refugee status in the US, thanks to a policy shift spearheaded by President Donald Trump, who returned to office just months earlier. Trump's administration claimed these Afrikaners were victims of racial persecution, a claim vigorously rejected by South African authorities, who insist that Afrikaners, both white and of other races, remain vital integrated members of the Rainbow Nation. Yet, Trump's actions have deep political resonance. By welcoming the Afrikaners with flag-waving and speeches, a clear break from normal refugee protocols, the administration delivered a bold, diplomatic message. The refugee process for these South Africans took only weeks, in contrast to the 18 to 24 months typically required for those fleeing war or genocide from places like the Democratic Republic of Congo. This fast-tracked treatment has drawn global attention, accusations of racial favoritism, and further strained US-South Africa relations. Back in South Africa, however, the government emphasized that these individuals left the country as ordinary citizens, not refugees. And thanks to the Constitutional Court ruling, their status remains unchanged in the eyes of South African law. Section 20 of the Constitution explicitly states that no one can be deprived of their citizenship. This legal safeguard, now bolstered by the highest court in the land, means that Afrikaners who have left for the US retain every right afforded to any South African citizen, including the right to return home, vote in elections, access diplomatic services, and travel with a South African passport. This ruling doesn't just reaffirm legal status, it reclaims dignity. It rewrites a narrative that too many South Africans had accepted, that emigration equals erasure. That identity is forfeited the moment you seek opportunity or safety elsewhere. Now, the law affirms you can be both South African and a citizen of another country. Your past does not vanish. Your roots are not severed. The ripple effects of this development are massive. For Afrikaners and other minorities who feel politically alienated, economically marginalized, or simply disillusioned by the current climate, the ruling offers reassurance. You can explore new lives abroad without giving up your national identity. You can seek safety or opportunity without bureaucratic punishment. And for those already abroad, it means a return to the homeland remains possible without jumping through legal hoops or pleading for reinstatement. Let's not forget the backdrop to this entire situation. Afrikaners are not a monolithic group, nor are they confined by race. The Afrikaans language and culture stretch across racial lines, with black and colored South Africans also speaking the language and engaging in its traditions. While Afrikaner traditionally refers to white South Africans of Dutch descent, the cultural landscape is more nuanced. As spokesperson Clayson Moniela noted, Afrikaans remains a medium of instruction, the judiciary includes Afrikaners, and towns still honor Afrikaner heroes of both apartheid and the liberation struggle. The claim of state-sponsored persecution, he argued, does not reflect the reality of South African society. Yet the spectacle in Washington, D.C. told a different story. The U.S. State Department hosted a press conference. High-level officials met the new arrivals. For the Trump administration, this was more than a relocation. It was a political statement, one that clashed with South Africa's diplomatic stance and further exposed ideological divides on race, history, and governance. So where does that leave us? In a new era, where Afrikaners abroad can take comfort in the law, even if the politics around them are tumultuous, in a time when national identity no longer stops at the border, in a moment when the courts have said, firmly and finally, citizenship is not a privilege to be revoked, but a right to be protected. This report has been your full, fact-rich and powerful breakdown of one of the most important legal and geopolitical stories involving South Africa and the United States in recent memory. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, here's how you can support us. Join the channel membership. Donate via Super. Thanks. And please allow the video advertisements to play fully, or for at least 30 seconds, to help us generate revenue. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more powerful content that speaks truth, empowers communities, and keeps you informed. We'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay proud.